Most people invest in the completely wrong order. They open a brokerage account, buy a trending stock, maybe throw money at something they saw on social media and feel like they're making progress. Meanwhile, they carry credit card debt at 24% interest that is silently eating their future alive. It's like pouring water into a cup with a hole in the bottom and wondering why you're always thirsty. Today, we're going to fix that. We'll walk through the exact order you should invest your money, why each step matters, and what it actually costs you when you skip ahead. This isn't complicated, it just isn't exciting, which is exactly why most people ignore it and end up with far less than they should. Before we touch any investment, we need to talk about the foundation. Picture building a house. You would never pick paint colors or buy furniture before pouring the concrete, but that's what most people do with money. They go straight to the exciting stuff without the foundation. One bad month sends everything sliding. The foundation is your emergency fund. Not optional, not boring, critical. Right now, most American households have less than $800 saved for emergencies. That means one unexpected car repair, one medical bill, or one appliance dying on a Saturday is enough to push someone into high-interest debt. An emergency fund is not just cash sitting around doing nothing. It's a defense system that protects every other financial decision you make. Without it, every setback costs you double. Once for the emergency itself, and once for the interest you pay to cover it. How much do you need? It depends on your life. If you have a stable job with benefits and reliable income, 3 months of living expenses is a solid target. If your income changes month to month, if you are self-employed, or if your job is in a field that can shift quickly, aim for 5 to 6 months. Start with a goal of $1,500. That covers most real emergencies. Then build toward 1 month of expenses, then 3. Break it into pieces and it stops feeling impossible. Keep your emergency fund in a high-yield savings account, not in your checking account where it blends in and gets spent. Name the account something real, emergency only, or do not touch. A separate named account is harder to dip into for non-emergencies than a pile of money you can see every day. Once you have that cushion, step 2 is debt, specifically high-interest debt. Anything charging you more than roughly 8 to 10% annually needs to be treated like a fire. You do not invest while the fire is burning. You put it out first. Here's the simple math. If you have $4,000 in credit card debt at 24% interest and you're paying minimums while also putting $200 a month into a stock market account, hoping for a 9% return, you are losing the gap every single month. The debt costs you 24%. Your investment might return 9%. You are paying 15% for the privilege of feeling like you are doing something productive. You are not. You are falling behind with a smile. Pay the debt. The return you get from eliminating a 24% interest rate is a guaranteed 24% return. No stock, no fund, no investment on earth comes with a guarantee like that. List your debts from highest interest rate to lowest. Pay minimums on all of them. Then throw every spare dollar at the highest one. When it dies, roll that payment into the next one. This is called the debt avalanche, and it saves you the most money mathematically. Here's the one exception that actually changes the math before you finish paying off debt. If your employer offers a retirement plan match, capture that first, even while paying debt. A 50% or 100% employer match is an instant guaranteed return the moment you contribute. If your employer matches 50 cents for every dollar up to 5% of your salary, and you make $55,000 a year, contributing $2,750 gets you $1,375 free. That's a 50% guaranteed return before your money touches the market. No debt interest rate beats that. Capture the full match, then redirect everything else to the high-interest debt until it is gone.
One thing to check: some employers have a vesting schedule, meaning you do not fully own the matched money until you have worked there a certain number of years. Know your schedule. Even with a vesting period, the math usually still favors capturing the match. With your emergency fund in place, your high-interest debt gone, and your employer match captured, you now move into what changes everything: tax-advantaged accounts. This is where most people leave enormous amounts of money on the table simply by skipping to a regular brokerage account too soon. An IRA, or individual retirement account, comes before maxing out your 401k beyond the match. The reason is control and cost. A workplace 401k gives you whatever funds your employer chose, which are often expensive, actively managed funds with fees that quietly drain your returns year after year.
An IRA lets you choose from virtually anything. Low-cost, broad market index funds with fees as low as 0.03%. Over 30 years, the fee difference alone can be worth tens of thousands of dollars. For 2026, the IRA contribution limit is in the range of $7,000 for most people, with a higher limit for those over 50. A Roth IRA lets you contribute after-tax dollars. Your money grows tax-free, and qualified withdrawals in retirement are completely tax-free. A traditional IRA lets you deduct contributions now, but you pay taxes when you withdraw in retirement. Which is better? Simple rule: if you are early in your career and your income is relatively low right now, lean Roth because you are probably in a lower tax bracket than you will be later. If you are in your highest earning years and expect to be in a lower bracket in retirement, lean traditional to take the deduction now. If you are not sure, splitting contributions between both gives you flexibility later. Now, let's talk about the account most people have never heard of, the HSA, or Health Savings Account. If you have access to one through a high-deductible health plan, this is arguably the single most powerful tax account available to anyone. Every other account gives you either a tax break now or a tax break later. The HSA gives you both, plus a third tax break in the middle. Contributions reduce your taxable income now. The money grows tax-free inside the account, and withdrawals for qualifying medical expenses are completely tax-free whenever you use them, now or in retirement. Triple tax advantage. No other account does that. The 2026 contribution limits sit in the range of $4,000 to $4,300 for individuals and $8,000 to $8,500 for families. The best strategy: pay current medical expenses out of pocket if you can, let the HSA money stay invested in low-cost index funds, and save your medical receipts. There is no time limit on reimbursement, so you could pay a doctor bill today, keep the receipt for 15 years, and reimburse yourself tax-free at 50. Meanwhile, your HSA money compounds the entire time. Run the math. Max your HSA contributions for 25 years at a 7% average return, and you could be sitting on more than $300,000 of completely tax-free money earmarked for healthcare costs. Given that healthcare is one of the biggest expenses in retirement, that is a serious weapon. Once the IRA and HSA are maxed, you go back to your 401k and push contributions beyond the employer match. The 2026 limit is around $23,500 for most people, higher for those over 50 with catch-up contributions. At this point, you are sheltering a significant amount of money from taxes every year. Your money compounds without the government taking a cut annually. That matters enormously over time. Here's a number that puts tax drag in perspective. Take $10,000 invested annually for 30 years. In a tax-advantaged account at a 7% average return, you could end up near $944,000. In a regular taxable account with the same return, but taxes taken on dividends and gains along the way, you might land closer to $680,000 to $710,000. That difference, $230,000 to $260,000, came from nothing but tax efficiency.
Same contribution, same return, different account type. After all of that, then you go to a regular taxable brokerage account, not before, after. Taxable accounts are not bad, they're just better as a later step. They offer flexibility, no contribution limits, no withdrawal restrictions, access whenever you need it. If you plan to retire before traditional retirement age and need money before 59 and a half, a taxable account is your bridge. If you're saving for a goal 5 to 10 years away, a taxable account makes sense. If you want to pass money to children, assets and taxable accounts can receive a step-up in cost basis at death, which can significantly reduce or eliminate capital gains taxes for heirs. The order matters because each step solves a specific problem. The emergency fund stops you from going into debt every time life happens. Eliminating high-interest debt removes a guaranteed leak. The employer match captures the highest guaranteed return available to you. Tax-advantaged accounts, IRA, HSA, 401k, let the most money compound with the least interference. Taxable accounts add flexibility once you have maximized everything above. This sequence is not flashy. Nobody posts about it. There is no viral moment when you automate your IRA contribution. But the person who follows this order for 20 years quietly ends up with hundreds of thousands of dollars more than the person who chased trends from the start. In 2026, most people are skipping steps 1 through 5 and going straight to a brokerage app. They are paying 24% on a card, have $600 in savings, and are asking whether they should buy individual stocks. The answer is, not yet. Not because the market is bad, because the foundation is broken, and every dollar invested on a broken foundation is a dollar working at a deficit. Fix the order, build the foundation, let the sequence compound. Your future self does not care how exciting your investments looked. Your future self cares how much money is actually there. For more plain English breakdowns of the moves that actually build wealth, not the ones that look good on a feed, subscribe to NetPlus today.